Welcome to another episode of Car Thoughts with Mark Adam. I already stopped at Tim Hortons. I got that out of the way to begin with. We're not gonna mess around with the drive-thru today. I'm just leaving work. This drive should take about 22 minutes according to Waze Maps. Give or take. Traffic this time of day. It's around 6 o'clock-ish. So traffic this time of day is going to be a little rough, but I just got off work. Got off work a lot later than I normally do from that particular job. I was not expecting that. So off we go. I'm so mad. I dropped my tablet. It's my own fault, but it landed right on the corner, and it did that spider crack where it just explodes across the screen from the corner out. Takes up about a quarter of the screen. Pretty mad. Got no one to blame but myself. It's not worth replacing for the cost of it. It just doesn't make sense for me to get it replaced. It just doesn't. I basically only use it for my maps in the car, and I throw it in Amelia's hands. And that's the part that bugs me, is because I can't do that anymore. Because now it's all got little pieces of broken glass and stuff. Can't give it to Amelia so she can watch her shows and stay calm in the car if she starts freaking out, which is pretty rare. But sometimes you're trying to keep her awake. You're driving home and it's not quite bedtime, and if she falls asleep in the car, you're in for a bad night. So you got to keep her awake. Now I got that tablet's gone, just like that. One careless mistake. It was sitting behind, but kind of on top of her diaper bag, and I grabbed her diaper bag out of the car. Forgot that the tablet was there, and it's pretty small, so I just didn't see it. And bang! There it goes on the ground. Sad times. First world problems. It's a tablet, but it's a tool that I've gotten used to having at my disposal. So you just hand her the tablet. Look, Papa's driving. I need you to stay awake. Obviously, I can't interact with you. I'm driving. I'm trying not to crash and kill us and whatnot. I'm trying to be safe and responsible. But oh well. This is why I can't have nice things. Actually, you know what's funny is I've smashed so few electronic devices. I am very, very careful with my electronics. I broke my Note 3 glass. Amelia broke it once. I broke it once. I broke it, had it replaced, and then Amelia broke it. She kicked it onto the floor. She was 5 months old. You can't even blame her. Oh well. So that was broken twice. And I did smash the ever-living crap out of one phone. I threw it out of frustration. I'm not going to get into what caused that frustration. It wasn't Winnipeg, before you say so. It wasn't my frustration with the city itself. It was an isolated incident, sort of. But I smashed the crap out of that. But I'm always so protective of my stuff. I don't know. Just when you can't afford to replace things, you're forced to be super careful with it. I don't have parents that, Mom, Dad, I broke my laptop. Oh, okay, well, here's some money for a new one. Or here's some money towards a new one, at least. No, I don't have those kind of resources, So my parents work for a living. They don't have extra money to give to me because I'm careless with my crap, you know? Which, as a result, has made me quite careful. And I'm super upset with myself for letting that happen. It's just not me, man. Not me. Oh, well, what are you going to do? I'm going to pick up Amelia. We're going to go to the play place at the mall. I've already gone over with you guys, but the mall, man. We're going to go play at the play place in a climate-controlled, free space where there is a Tim Hortons operating. I mean, what's not to love about the mall if you're a parent? Seriously. You know? I don't go as much as I used to, but I used to know exactly, like, okay, we're not going to buy this because I've seen it cheaper, blah, blah, blah. We'll wait for the sale to come back around, and there it is. Oh, there's the sale. You know, the next time you're in, or a few times later, there's that big sale, and you save a bunch of money as a parent if you're going to the mall all the time, because you know when the sales are going to be. I've never been a shopper before. I didn't realize that frequenting the mall actually saved you money. I just assumed that being in the mall made you spend money, but that's not the case. Like, I spend the same. Like, I buy my Tim Hortons and go to any other place. You know, in the summertime, going outside or whatever. But why not go to the mall where there's a Tim Hortons inside, and you can shop and like walk past the stores. You don't even have to go in. You just wait for those posters that say whatever the name of the sale you're waiting for is, and boom, off you go. You're off to the races, you know. I don't know. I have a newfound appreciation for shopping. It's not fun for me. I don't do it, you know, just cause. But now I get it at least. You know, I understand it. So that's something that I like. Cause my sister and her friends, they were always at the mall when we were younger, like teenagers. They were always at the mall. I never got it. I don't get going to the mall. I don't get it. Now I get it as a parent. When you have a reason to get up in there, take advantage of all this stuff. I didn't realize, and I've never paid attention to those little mall signs that are advertising for mall-specific things. But they always have like different events coming up and free access to this and free that. 90% of that stuff is geared towards parents because they're the ones that are frequenting the mall. The rest of that stuff is geared towards seniors, I find. There's very little of that in-mall marketing geared towards what I would think would be their demographic of people there at hunting, and hunting might be a bad word, but like, you know, that mid-teen to mid-20s girls that go to the mall all the time. You know, I would have thought there'd be more advertising towards them, but nope. Shows what I know. They've obviously done their market research and they know who they're targeting. And now that I'm in one of those target demographics, I see it all the time. You know, things that if you don't have a kid, you're not even like it doesn't even. You just tune it out. Like it just doesn't. Hey parents, and then everything under that is just. But now I have a kid, so I say, hey parents, and I'm like, oh, that's me. What information have you got for me, billboard? I don't know. I find it helpful. But that's, I guess, just me. I filmed an episode of the podcast with a guest on it, and I had some technical difficulties, and now the file that synced from my phone is corrupt and won't work, and I'm fighting with that, and I will get it to work. I'm sure I will. I'll figure it out. If I have to do some sort of screen saving, like video screen, I don't know. I'll figure it out. But the file's not syncing, and so this episode that I'm filming right now and talking to you right now, this might actually go up before that. So I'm not going to get into what happened yesterday during the recording, because I don't want to spoil anything in case this episode ends up being launched first. So it's nice to see people coming out of the strip club at, what time is it? 6 o'clock. Just stumbling out, hammered, drunk. Keep it classy. Keep it classy. There's a few strip clubs in Winnipeg. There's only the one in Halifax, Dartmouth, and it's in Dartmouth. It's Ralph's Place. I'm pretty sure. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's the only strip club in Halifax, Dartmouth. I was there twice at Ralph's. Doesn't do it for me. Doesn't do it for me. But I'm not. I don't know. You know what? You want to see me talk about a little bit about what I think of pornography or porn? Them's internet porns. Come see one of my stand-up shows. Once I get one of those lined up, I'll be posting that on my website, markadam.ca, and on my Facebook page, which will be facebook.com/markadamhfx. And yeah, so then I'll post that up, and you can come see what I think of porn. But I'm going to save that for the stand-up. Got to keep some material for for the stage, eh? You don't want to give it all away in the podcast. No, yeah, anyway. It is what it is. That's it, just checking in. Oh, no, can't say that. That's it's like stealing a line from Bill Burr. So, it's a short episode today. Just call it a quick update instead of just checking in. This is a quick update for you. Yeah, so a quick ponderance. Mini thoughts, if you will.
Watch out, accident reported ahead.
Oh, see, Waze Maps. I'm telling you guys, get on it. WAZE, social maps. Somebody reported an accident up ahead. Oh, I'm not at that satellite set. I'll let you know what's going on. And also, if it's been reported, and obviously, like, let's say that happened a couple hours ago, it'll still beep until, like, there's a default amount of time. Yeah, no, there's no accident there. So what I can do, mind you, I'm driving, so I'm not going to do that. But I could have pressed a button and marked it as clear, and that would have let everyone know, like, that accident is no longer a problem, and it wouldn't alert anybody. But how cool is that? You guys just heard it. Like, you know, Google Maps doesn't do that. I'm really liking Waze Maps, and like I said on a previous episode, you know, I know where I'm going. I know how to get there. I just punch it in to see if there's any issues on my route. You know, police checkpoints, accidents, just random traffic jams, which happen from time to time. It'll reroute you around all that stuff. And it happens all in real time based on other users' input. So get on it. If you drive, and be hands-free, be safe. Nothing drives me more nuts. Nothing drives me nuts more. Nothing makes me more crazy than seeing people in other vehicles and you're watching them text and drive. Because last year in May, end of May, was a few days before I was gonna move, actually. Last May, I got rear-ended. I was driving a Ford Escape SUV, and the guy that hit me was driving a Dodge Ram, what are they called? The heavy-duty version. Like Ford calls it Super Duty. Like, it's just one of those giant, oversized overpowered work trucks. And the guy was texting and driving. A mile of traffic. And Winnipeg is pretty flat, but there is this one little bridge that goes over one of the very few bridges they have that goes over the set of train tracks. And the guy just came over, and there was tons of space to stop. Like, the guy just was not paying attention because he was texting. And there's, like I said, there's like a mile of traffic. I'm stopped. We're all stopped. Like, stopped dead. Not moving, not doing anything. Like, I'm just sitting in traffic with luckily with my head up against the headrest. Because I was just like, upset that, stupid traffic, blah, 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 trying to get to work. And then all of a sudden, just smash from the back. Like, this guy was going 70 kilometers an hour. Didn't hit the brakes till he hit me. Like, he hit me. Like, because I didn't hear any skidding, anything. The guy just hit me. Texting and driving. Texting and driving. And it drives me nuts to see people doing it. And if you're one of those people and you're friends with me and I see you do it, I will slap the phone out of your hand. I will throw it out the window. You don't do that to yourself or to other people. Because let me tell you, my daughter was not in the car. Had she been in the car, I would have killed that guy. I would have killed him. I would have lost my mind. Putting my daughter at risk so he can text and keep up to date with the latest whatever. Talking to his wife about what they're having for supper or whatever. I don't know what the guy was texting. The point is, don't do it. Don't do it. And if I ever see you do it, I will slap the phone out of your hand, or I will toss it out the window, or I will otherwise make a scene. Because it is unsafe, and I've always thought that, but ever since that accident, it's made me even more acutely aware of this issue. Unfortunately, sometimes you need a trigger to get pushed into a spot where you're active about something. Texting and driving is, like, if I was driving a smaller vehicle, if I wasn't in an SUV, that could have been a major issue. I could have been seriously injured. If that guy wasn't driving a gigantic truck, he could have been seriously injured. Seriously. Like, he could have died. There's a number of things that could have gone very, very wrong very, very quickly. I mean, not that went right. That was wrong from the get-go. But that could have been extremely, extremely bad. I am still, almost a year later, going to physio for my neck and shoulders from that incident. Do not text and drive. I might even cut this segment out and put it as a separate PSA, it'll be part of this episode, obviously. But I might just put this as a separate video on its own because it's extremely important. We all know drinking and driving is bad. Obviously. People still do it, and those people are idiots. But at least there's a lot of awareness about it. The texting and driving, people are still doing it. Like it's, like it's not as bad as alcohol. Like, I think, didn't they prove, now I might be wrong, I think they might have proven that texting and driving is more debilitating than alcohol, than drinking and driving. Obviously, I'm sure there's scales of drunk, whatever. The point is, it's more debilitating than drinking and driving. So if you're like, oh, well, at least I wasn't drinking and driving, who cares? What you're doing is worse and has a higher potential outcome for disaster. Anyway, I'm at my destination. I'm where I'm supposed to be now. And I got here because I wasn't hit by any drunks or anybody texting on their phone or anything like that. So I'm going to go have a great day with my daughter. You guys have a great day. Stay safe. I do recommend Waze Maps, but I guess the whole point of that was if you're going to use Waze Maps, get a hands-free mount, something in the car. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you real quick because this comes off. So I have a little magnet stuck, or a little metal piece stuck to the back of my phone, and it sticks on this with magnets like this does here. So, like, see, and that just clips to my vent, right? But then you can, like, it's just a little magnetic piece, and it has a little, bam. That's it. See you next time.